ladies and gentlemen of the Alex Gekma Twitter space. I think we've only got a few people in here. It's been a while since I've done one, so I don't think we're going to get a lot of people this time. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Guys, today I was it's the end of the semester. I've been like finishing up my work, doing some math tests, that kind of thing. And I checked the RFC group chat about, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. And I saw an interesting discussion going on in there. They were talking about a recent video that Larix released. Now, if you don't know who Larix is, you all know who Larix is. But if you don't, Larix was a prominent guy in the space, right? And what you might not know is a few years ago, basically the thing Larix was known for was the Jalen drama. He made videos talking about how Jalen was like a weirdo, saying Jalen like dude, there was a video of him like saying some like crazy transphobic shit about Jalen, and that was hilarious. So like, and he's made tons of videos about Jalen. That was kind of the thing he was known about. And then I get a year or two ago, he got into the Bo Black stuff, and he kind of followed the Bo Black stuff with that as well. So like, and he's made various comments about like trans people and pretty funny stuff he said about them. So that's who he is. So I go into the group chat, I check, oh, what are they talking about? And they're posting this Larix video where he's got makeup on and he's fucking um, when I saw it, I thought it was edited. I thought this was an edited like face app. Like there's like 50 million pictures of Augie that look like this because people just like use AI to edit them. But then people start posting the clips that are coming from this video, and I'm sitting there. I'm thinking, there's no way that is this AI as well as this Nano Banana. What is going on here? But no, Larry's made a video today where he's wearing like eyeliner and he has like eyelashes on, and and then I linked the comment in the space. He made a comment on the video talking about how like yeah he's not trans but he's just what was the exact wording here? And for everyone wondering, no, I am not trans. I am just doing things to my appearance that I think look cool. Nothing deeper, lol. So it's not AI. It's not fake. It is real, but it's not even a joke. I thought it may have been like a little joke, like a little inside joke. But no, he legitimately booted up the video to wear eyeliner and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just doing things that make me feel nice." What is going on? What is happening? That's what you should be asking yourself right now. What happened to Larix? What happened to the spunky Aryan fucking commentator who is making fun of Jalen, making fun of Bo Black, making fun of what was that fucking person's name? Rose Malay. Where's that guy at? Making fun of Smaggle? Where is he? Let me tell you where he is. He's in a basement locked away. All right, because he made the worst decision he may have ever made. And he's let his mind get controlled by a satanic demon. That's what's happening. It's demonic in nature. There is a demon sapping his life energy, forcing him and mind raping his brain into doing this. And that demon's name is Kai. Now, kind of to backtrack a little bit here, I a few days ago he went live with his new look, but it was just like a haircut. And I just honestly I thought it was a bad haircut. That's what I thought it was. We all made our tweets saying like I made a tweet comparing him to a Roman towel boy. You know, we were all making jokes, but I assumed that this was just like a bad haircut. Like he's gotten bad haircuts before. I thought they just fucked it up. But no, he's really trying to look like a lesbian. That's what he that's it's really a goal of his. And he's got his nails painted. And if you don't know who Kai is, Kai's his current girlfriend. Kai also dated Turkey Tom. And when she was dating Turkey Tom, you may have noticed that Tom, around that era, 4 or 5 years ago, the clothes he was wearing was long sleeves and then wearing a t-shirt over the long sleeves. He had his nails painted. He wasn't working out. He looked twinkish, clean shaven. And now, a few years later, he's moved in with Kai. Or Lyric has moved in with Kai. He's dating Kai. And what do you notice about his new style? What do you notice about like what he's doing? He's not working out. He used to talk about going to the gym. He used to like a few years ago. He actually posted pictures of himself, like saying, "This is my progress." But now you're noticing he's slimming down. He's wearing long sleeved, kind of e-boyish shirts. His nails are painted. He's clean shaven. Not a single stubble in sight to be seen. His haircut looks horrible. So this is what we're working with. We're working with a guy who's been possessed by a demon, and it's uh, it's disheartening and it's scary because this could happen to any one of you. Federal rape, Lumpy Willie, provolone cheese, Tyrone the birth controller. All of this could happen to any one of you if you let your guard down. And you might be sitting there thinking, no, 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 that would never hurt. Yes, it can. Because it happened to Lyrics. This was the edgy guy. This was the people's champion, right? And look what's happened to him. He's making videos about how Taylor Swift needs to disavow Donald Trump. He's making videos with eyeliner and lipstick and nails painted. And now that this new video came out, I actually went back and looked at Kai's Twitter. And if you go to the first thing I linked in this space, you'll notice a post where she posted a picture of her and another hand holding My Chemical Romance ornaments for a tree. And if you look at the other hand, the first one on the left, who I presume to be Lyrics, and if you look at the nails real close, you'll notice that he's wearing fake nails. What are those called? Nail extensions, like the acrylics that you just like plop on there with glue. Now I assume that's Lyrics because I'm not 100% sure his face isn't in it, but who else would she be posing with Christmas ornaments? And it's not her hand because she's holding it to take the picture. So there's a lot of really evil stuff going around. And Tyrone the birth controller. I don't have much else to say. I was just so shocked that I had to get my feelings out. Tyrone wants to call in, so I'm gonna let him in. But guys, I mean, you can't let this happen to you. Evil women will do. Like, he moved to Canada for 1 year and now he's trans. That's basically what happened here.
Oh, can you hear me,
Yeah,
Alex?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is hell yeah.
How you
I
doing,
want to say
Tyrone?
I'm doing good, Alex. I want to say in this photo, I mean, you can't. It's a bizarre thing because he's got his wrist covered, so you don't know if he's got that Indian little throaty tig grip strength. Because he's hiding the wrists now. He used to go to the gym. He
Yeah,
used
I
to do
know.
anything, and now he's hiding his wrists. He's completely pathetic.
Yeah, he's
What
he's hiding it with long sleeves. Like he's trying to look like androgynous or borderline feminine.
Well, I
It's
think he looks
just
like a freak. I think the common denominator here is is that someone has a very high mutational load, and it's destroying him. This
yeah.
spiteful mutant in this occasion.
Dude, you
Um,
you were so right about her, dude.
I was
You
right
said
about
you
everything.
said that she was like a complete Satan, like a you were saying she's like a complete devil like a few years ago. We
I
were
was
like, oh
called
no.
I 2.5, 3 years ago. I called her a spiteful mutant, a woman with a high mutational load, a term that I borrowed from a man called Herman Joseph Miller, who worked in kind of the 1960s, 1970s, to kind of call polygenetic mutations specifically on faces and in what he called neutral theory discussions.
Yeah.
Um, and she is a complete mutant. And what you get in mutants is you get a spiteful mutant personality type, cluster B personality type. You remember the song? You
Mm-hmm.
remember Negative XP cluster B? You get
Yeah.
some insane, spiteful, terminally online lunatic, some imbecile.
It's
But
terrifying.
she has a permanently reserved. Because I tried to point this out, and people were bemused. They were confused. They were like, how do you know that? How
I,
can
I was
one
one
not
of those
know so
people. I
much?
remember. I was a disagreeer.
And all I was saying is that there are many things that are polygenetic traits, and if you view life as from an essential basis, so the fact that um, things that are effective through, for example, things that are heritable, that are not polygenetic, you have something that is very low heritable, which means there is a mutation now, which means there can
Hmm.
be other mutation, cluster B personality, which is highly mutational as itself. Well, what is wrong with this specific woman's face? She has a recessed maxilla. It
Hmm.
is deeply recessed. She has what I call an ape face. Um, the ape face, like a Planet of the Apes mask. You ever heard that Malcolm X quote? The gorilla studies. He doesn't rap. He studies and he keeps his mouth shut. That's what Kai should do. Keep her mouth shut. And it's a complete recessed maxilla. You have a bizarre face. The entire face, what they call the zygomatic bone, which is kind of on the outside of the maxilla. So for reference, maxilla is the upper kind of the philtrum that connects the nose. The zygomatic
Yeah.
bone is outside of that. And when you have that flat, that means that you score high neuroticism over on what they call the Big Five personality test,
Hmm.
which means you oscillate between two extremes of weight when you have very high neuroticism. And I worked this out because if you have a very flat face but a very recessed maxilla, you have lost a lot of weight in a very ineffective way. So the reason I even came to the conclusion of my overall hypothesis that Kai has a spiteful mutant is because she is very high neuroticism, cluster B, which is a symptom of losing weight incredibly quickly and inefficiently for a woman, which means mentally unstable. And I have been proven correct
Yeah.
because she has ran through Tom, and now what is happening with Lyrics? You're seeing the same behavior. And who is she going to go on next? Because you know at this point, she can't hold down one thing. It's going to go through the entire structure and destroy it all. Destroy the child. It's going to
Yeah.
destroy it all. And you
It's
know it's
chilling,
going to move
really.
on to
It is
when will
chilling
this
what's
terror
happening.
end? And I don't think it will. And I think it will continue. And I think we've got a mango case on the loose with Kai
Dude,
personally,
we need to.
and either Kai either Lyrics escapes like Tom, gets himself back into the gym, or he's going to be doing a Jalen
Or
very
he's
time
done.
soon,
He's
and he's
lost
going to be
forever.
having a voice. He's going to be going to his voice changer on his videos. Guys, my name's Lily Donovan, and he's going to be completely trued out.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I
how
I don't think anyone wants that.
how long do you think he has before like he's completely gone? Like what, like a year?
It's
Like
imminent. I'm not sure. I would say within a year, to be honest.
yeah, like there's a 1 year make or break here where like either he like escapes the matrix or he's just gone forever until inevitably the relationship implodes.
Yeah. And what can I say? He either runs away scot free, or you could say there's a long way down from that relationship.
Yeah, I mean it's terrifying because like he was, remember he was like the edgy guy. He was like the big badass, right? That's what he used to try and be. And it's just like,
Well,
even look what he was saying
bizarre,
like a year and a
it
half
was a bizarre
ago.
paradox because he would do that, but at the same time, he would like goon to Lolly and have his own Lolly review channel. And
Yeah, it's
just
like,
like he would pick on the easy targets. I mean, that's like not like fucking Jalen, breaks down in tears whenever you used to misgender him like years ago or whatever. It's a pretty easy target to have like a lot of what people now call content farming, young kids would call content farming or whatever.
mhm.
But now he seems to be in a situation where he's very sympathetic to those ideas. Would the current day Lorex make those videos? Or would he make those videos saying that, oh, you shouldn't do this. This is actually transphobia to make these jokes now?
No, he
How
wouldn't. He would not make those videos now.
and what
Did you
has
have you
changed?
Kai
And this is what I
and
mean.
Canada? He moved, dude. He moved away from everything he knew. He moved to Canada with this demon, and a year later he's trans.
And this is, Turkey Tom, a few years ago was saying things like her prostate, infamously.
Bro,
What have you got with lyrics
dude.
now?
Yeah, well, remember, like Tom got out because Tom broke up with her, and then he immediately started going to the gym and growing facial hair.
He knew the problem.
Like if you look at like photos of Turkey Tom, I think he was still with her in around either 2022 or 2023. She used to be on his streams. No, it would have been 23, I think. And like she stopped appearing on those streams, and immediately he starts going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's it's horrifying.
The
It's
problem was
horrifying.
identified and exterminated, and
Yeah.
improvements were instantly made.
Well, it's funny because one time Lyrics accidentally leaked his DMs with Tom or some of them, and in the message you could see like, "I'm glad she's doing well," and then he said, "Good luck to Lyrics." Like he
Yeah.
knew, dude. He knew.
It's the ominous farewell. People originally thought of that looking like, oh, I'll look for friggin' Tom, he's like a cucked out or whatever. But no, it's an ominous farewell. It's like good fucking luck. It's like you've just been signed up for the Bates Motel, bitch. Like, have a good nice night. That's what he fucking did. He kicked her
Yeah.
down the fucking. It is because at
Have,
this
did,
point,
have you seen the clips of what he was talking about in the video where all these screenshots are coming from? Like he's talking about like Taylor Swift and Donald Trump and like
is this just what he does now? What does he even do on this channel?
I think
Is he
from
just
what I understand, he makes music like I think it's like music content for like
but doesn't
younger like TikTok
everyone shit on
audience.
him because he says like anyone established, any like established famous band just doesn't matter, and all he consumes music for is like TikTok clips that he instantly skips anyway. Like
I don't
he's
know.
terrible channel. He
I don't
sucks.
know much about his music takes themselves because
They're terrible.
the only people I know who watch it are Tenanza. Like I think his chat is Tenanza and then a bunch of like 15-year-old
He's
girls.
being sponsored by Tiva Pharmaceuticals. Like, what the fuck's happening there? Where's Tenanza? Fucking Tenanza, fucking number number one funder of Lyrics' HRT imports.
Bro, it's so funny because like he's like it parallel like the whole thing where he said like I'm not trans, I'm just trying to do things that make me feel good or like that I think look nice to make me
That's
look
what
cool.
everyone
That's what
says.
all of them say. Literally, I think every single trans like who's that one person? The who is that Minecraft person who
Finster.
yeah, that was Finster's thing for years. And then like eventually they just said, "Yeah, I'm trans."
It's a way to get out of it and alleviate pain, but they're autogonophiliacs. They're indulging in this. They've developed this interest, and they can't stop. They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
And yeah,
We
it's
need
just like
we need to get him out of Canada ASAP and send him to like fucking Kentucky or some shit, bro.
before he sends himself to somewhere in Canada, the
Yeah,
maid
the
program.
maid. Yeah, no.
Yeah, either he
That's
dresses
her
up in a
next
maid
step,
costume,
dude.
and then he goes to the maid fucking program. He gets sent there with Bowax and a 2-for-1 deal. They get
God, it's
injected by some Indian fucking doctor.
it's
Thank you, come again.
terrifying.
Then he has an Indian burial because he's in Canada now, where they get
Dude, she was
they get
making
sent out to sea with a bunch from
dude,
Muir on it.
I checked her she has a new Twitter and I checked her Twitter account and I just randomly see that like 2 days ago she was talking about how much she wants to eat Indian food.
Oh no. Is 80/30 gonna be the third person to
Bro, it's
fucking
so dude, her Twitter account is so funny because like
80/30 is gonna come back specifically saying, "Oh, hi guy, hi
dude,
guy."
she made a tweet. I think I sent this tweet to you. She made a tweet the other week where she was talking about. She made a tweet about like boy wives. I was like, "What is happening, dude? What is happening?" She's evil. She's truly evil, and she Lyrics needs to get out of it. We need to save Lyrics.
Spiteful
Operation
music.
Save Lyrics.
Operation Exterminate Kai. I think that sounds
She
like
needs to be locked up. I think
I think
at the very least a muzzle.
she needs a lot more than that.
Dude,
Maybe
how
that would
do
fix up her fucked face, to be honest, because the maxilla is recessed. There needs to be a lot of pressure on that region.
dude the fucking
I do feel
recessed
bad talking
maxilla.
about specifically women's parents who very clearly look that way because of rapid weight loss,
Mm-hmm.
inefficient weight loss, which means probably starvation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But she completely deserves it because she is incredibly high neurotic, and a lunatic. So
Bro, it's
you
so fucking
deserve.
funny.
It's like that Roald Dahl fucking like the twits or whatever, where it's like those things like you deserve the face you get when you're 40 or whatever. The fat evil guy, has like a fucked up face, but the fat friendly guy has like a funny face.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kai. Kai's fucked up her face by being evil and high neuroticism and oscillating between extremes and enforcing that behavior to seek comfort upon her boyfriend, which she then changes into herself.
I just it's just so fucking funny that you were like
She is a
100% correct.
teratoma. You know what teratoma is? A
No.
mind-eating, a brain-eating form of cancer that metastasizes
Teratoma?
into a tumor. That is what Kai is. She is a tumor that can't get out of their brain. And then eventually they cut out their brain and improve their life with less gray matter. But it would destroy you. That's what she is.
This guy needs to be fucking saved, bro. You're like, you were right about everything else 2 years ago. So now I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, bro, this guy's right. We need to fucking lyrics is like lyrics
She
as
is a
we know
mutant.
him isn't going to exist in a year.
But no, this is what I mean. And does anyone care about the lyrics? Does anyone care
Dude,
about?
I care. I've been trying to get through to him. He blocked, dude. He went into his offline chat, and he blocked me like when wasn't even in there. Cause like a few weeks ago, I went in there and said messages, and then cause I think they mentioned him in the group chat, so I was like, "Hi, lyrics," and my messages were
Yeah,
showing up.
look,
And then I went
I
back like a
haven't.
week ago, and while he was offline, he blocked me from his chat, and he
I'm
blocked me. He
effectively
blocked me on
retired. I don't
Twitter when.
really interact with any of this stuff anymore. I'm still blocked because of the stuff I did then, which got me blocked from Turkey Tom. Still, completely rent free. I just got instantly blocked on some just like random account. This is what the fuck is this? Why is this? Why am I still getting hate?
Dude,
Why? But I'm right, and she is the demon. She is mind control. She is the worst thing you've ever seen. She is she needs to be she needs
dude,
to be
her
removed
recessed maxilla
forcibly.
will fucking fuck you up, bro.
It's not just that. It is the mark of the beast. It is Kai is the Antichrist. Forget Peter Thiel. Forget fucking Mr. Beast. The
Dude, we
Antichrist.
need to get Dog back on
The
this
mark of
shit.
the beast was the recessed maxilla that Kai had. That put its fangs wholesale into the back of Turkey Tom and had him troon out. That's what happened.
Dude. Honestly,
The
I,
hammer
I
horror
don't know what to say.
fangs, but they've got HRT from Teva Pharmaceuticals in there,
Like,
and
did you
and got and troon out Tom. It's like, oh no, I'm wearing black nails now. But he saved
do you know what the sickest part of all this is? For
him.
years, the meme like that lyrics like fans were doing was drawing him in art as like a femboy. And now that he's trans, he can just go back to all of that art that used to be a joke, and it'll like he's gonna use it to like fucking enforce his brain. It's sick shit, dude. And now
So
and
awful.
his little audience is probably going to embrace it too, because
Who
they're
even
gonna
are
love
his
this.
audience?
It's
They're
like little girl,
retarded.
dude. It's
They're
little
retarded
girls in
children.
Tenanza.
Yeah, that's not. That's a pretty.
it's
What's the
it's
answer doing with a bunch of children?
dude. It's from what I understand, it's like teenage girls, and then there's one guy, and it's fucking Tenanza. And I
So
think
Rick's gonna
the
go on his
only reason
Israel
is
tour.
because
If I can.
well, I think they both like the screaming music, like the metal shit. So that's why Tenanza watches. Dude,
Oh,
Tenanza. I think Tenanza is his only like tier 5 patron.
of course, Tenanza's got all the fucking big bucks
Yeah,
to
dude, he's
fucking
always
finance
donating.
it.
He's got, dude, the fucking Jewish finances run deep, bro. Dude,
The
isn't it?
APAC money secretly just goes to
That's kind of
Tenanza.
sick too, dude. Like Israel is tied to this as well. Like Tenanza has been funded. Oh, dude, they're replying to me with the pictures
Well,
of
if he
the me,
buys HRT privately, it's going through Teva Pharmaceuticals. Israel again.
bro.
It's all going through the one common denominator, which is Kai. I mean,
Dude,
have you
look,
had a background check on Kai?
no,
That's all I'm saying.
bro. Look at this fucking art, bro. He's gonna like this when
Right.
all this was drawn. It was a meme. Oh, actually, wait, no. This is Liam Donovan music stuff. This isn't a meme. This was all real from his fans. But I don't think he was embracing it at this point. But now all this shit is like, it'll feed his psyche. Dude, they probably put this on a monitor. Kai probably puts this on the TV, and then straps him down into a chair and forces him to look at it for
Like
like
Clockwork
12 hours a
Orange
day.
peels open his eyes. It's just
Yeah,
like, you
dude, she's
must
like
eat.
clawing his eyelids to make sure that he doesn't close his eyes. No blinking or anything.
Sorry, it's got the flamenco hit playlist of Sissy Hypno to convert lyrics into fucking true notes or whatever.
Bro, it's like a Dude, I was watching Joe Rogan. He had some guy on who was telling a story about some psychologist who like I think his he did experiments where his fucking clients would like say something like tell a traumatic story, and then he would keep like reinforcing that story in their brain because his theory was like if you break someone you can like build them back up. That's what they're doing. That's what she's doing with Larry's,
That's a
dude. She's just
Scientology. That's the whole Scientology. That's the whole L. Ron Hubbard method. That's where like you'd go into a Scientology meeting and you'd tell them your biggest fear, and you'd force to expose yourself, and all these people would be applauding it and sublimating this fear, and then you build them up. You build them into this group. You build them into this. And currently, Rorix's identity is being broken down. It's being smashed in, and it's trying to be built on top of it. I don't think anyone wants what's going to be built on top of it.
who the fuck is Delilah and Samson in the Bible? Zip Zap said she's the Delilah to his Samson. What does that mean?
Uh, didn't she cut off Samson's hair or whatever, right?
You're asking the wrong. I don't know. I asked you, dude. I
I don't
ran
know.
out of
I'm not
grok
a
prompts. I can't
Christian.
grok it right now.
I thought it was the whole thing where Samson like fell in love with a girl who cuts off all his hair or whatever. I thought that's the story, but I probably am wrong on that. I don't know. I'm not good on the Bible.
Fuck, dude.
Look, that stuff. Look, if it mentions Israeli judge or whatever, I just looked it up. That's one of the Israeli judge. That stuff wasn't in the book I was reading.
Dude, I'm
That's
just
all I
fucking.
say.
If anyone else wants to call in, call in, by the way. But we're just like, I'm just fucking bullshitting. I was just so terrified when I saw this shit.
I
I was
saw this
like,
come up and I had to go in because of the
yeah,
obvious
well, I
Clay
mean,
connection
it's
that
like, it's a
no
victory
one should
lap for
mention.
you because you're completely fucking vindicated.
And I'm those old playlists of like Mario Party 10 where it would be say Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. That's me right now. That is me. That is the fucking burger truck. I have just W after W while doing nothing. Because
These
eventually
nuts,
people have
lol.
cleaved to my idea.
It's just so fucking funny because you were literally talking about the recessed maxilla like fucking 3 years ago and like
No,
saying like
darn, she's not a mutant. She
the
looks
mutated
perfectly normal.
load
And
and
everyone was like downright
everyone was like she looked
simping for this like
fine, she looked
random
fine.
ego. No, no, this is what they were doing. They were trying to be ambivalent towards it. They were trying to be apathetic towards it. They were trying to reduce all like characteristics and attributes to one that can be like interchangeable. And it's cosmetics. Like, oh no, darn, you shouldn't be mean to her. She's like a perfectly average looking guy. It's like, no, she's a mutant. And no, she's a mutant. Laugh at the mutant. She's a filthy mutant. And
Well,
no
yeah,
one's like, oh,
and look,
that's too far. Now everyone is agreeing.
if Larix, if you somehow hear this, I want to enforce the idea. We're not saying this to hurt you. We're saying this to help you, dude. You, all right, this is a demon, and you
Look,
need to excise it. All right, this is all for
all I'm
your own
gonna
good.
say is
Um.
something's gonna
Oh.
need to be broken down and then built back up. And it's gonna take a lot of building to build this back up.
Look,
But it's also
he's
gonna
left
take a
the
lot of
community
breaking.
over soy reasons before. He can come back, dude. All right. What's 5 more times? All right. Come back, Larix. It's okay. We'll
He
help
Well, I
you.
mean,
changed
there's no
man is coming
community
back as
anymore.
villain.
So
Dude, he'll come back. I'll welcome him with open arms. We'll rebuild the community together. It'll be all good. No one, you won't be
Yeah, the
trans.
commentary community right now is like the Beit Hamikdash. Whoever rebuilds the commentary community will instantly get destroyed, and no one wanted anything to do with it. I feel that's that's the situation we're
No,
in
dude,
right now.
we're building the new commentary community republic, dude. All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna fucking.
I hate that whole idea though because it's like the last person I remember seeing that from like years ago was fucking D-Max and Revita with his like, commentary too.
Who
It's like
the fuck?
we're rebuilding
No, dude,
commentary
we're
now.
bringing 2016 back. Okay, we're bringing
Oh, for like the fifth
2016 back.
time, great,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
with Larix and Augie and Turkey
Everyone has
Tom
like a
and
weird idea
Dumpy.
of what 2016 means, and no one was really around for 2016 anymore.
Dude, 2016 is just like the good times, dude.
That no one was around for, basically.
I was around for
This
it,
is
dude.
mythical. It's like the prelude to like a Legend of Zelda game. It's like there was 2016, now we live in fucking Fallen era. That's what we're fucking at now. We're in the fucking Fallen
Dude,
era.
I love those videos where it's like happiest or it's like saddest day in 2016 and it's like rainbows and fucking like dolphins swimming and all this. It's true, dude. 2016 was great. But wait, explanation. Samson had power and Delilah took it away.
There wasn't the power in his hair. I thought there was a very clear physical appearance to it. I think he like bereft his physical appearance or whatever. Like those
So,
guys who have like a receding hairline and they're convinced by their girlfriend like, oh, you look better bald, and they like completely cope about it and say like, well, at least I won't have to pay any money to the barber from now
no, it's
on.
true, dude. Bald men are the best looking ones. If you can pull off
Are
being
you actually
bald,
going bald?
I'm
Is that
not
what you're
going
saying?
bald, dude. But if I did,
Are you in a poser camp right now? Not
no,
in the
but
actual World War II poser camps,
no,
but a
dude. But
poser
listen,
camp
look,
of
I could
baldness.
only hope to be like a Mr. Clean one day. That I could only hope,
No, no,
bro. That is
you've internalized the fact that it's inevitable. Baldness is inevitable, but you haven't seen Alex. You haven't seen GT20029.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
GT2 GT20029 is the new hair loss medication that's going to come out next year.
Oh, dude, I sent you a fucking DM about that shit, bro.
No, that was Breezula. Then Breezula is
Oh,
pretty shit, to be honest. I didn't respond to it. I saw it earlier when I was out, and I was like, wow. I could respond to this now, but I'll wait until I get back. And then I just saw this when I got back. I was like, okay, I'll just join Alex to this because it
wait,
probably will come up.
Shamu, is that real? Did Boblax actually say that he supports lyrics? Also,
Where
welcome to the
was
Twitter
this?
space.
Let's
Zips
see
up.
it. We gotta
I'm trying to
find it.
find it. All these people have me blocked, so it's just fucking cancer.
Yeah, I'm bored by Bobax and everything as well.
Oh, he wrote. Okay, you're not. Boblax replied to Salvo's tweet about lyrics, saying, "I support them" with a rainbow emoji.
Ugh.
Like, bro, dude,
What a fucking
we need to calculate the numbers for that question you asked Shamu. Like, what is the transition rate for this community over like
It's a
5 years?
lot.
I have a
Boblax,
theory.
what's what's
Um,
what's your theory?
I think Lyrics was a bit of a loser until he got famous and he got a girlfriend and a job. So when he left the commentary
Most
community,
of these
he had
people
all
are
these
losers.
feelings. Like we're
Most of these
all like
people are
super
losers and they all
cynical.
suck.
Pardon?
And they don't have anything. And I feel like the whole thing with like young men tuning out can really happen to a lot of them. And what it really does though, it kind of depends on the community. You see the fucking speedrunning community, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't even go on speedrunning.com without separating them by their fucking genders now. Even viewing them, you have to like by their pronouns. And it's like, oh, magically every speedrunner now for certain games are all women. Are they all women? No, they're not women. They're women in the last few years. Okay, fantastic.
I would also include Tipster in this because he's like pansexual. So throw Tipster in that.
And Michael
group, too.
Alberta, he gets added too.
Michael, okay.
Michael Alberta gets added in there.
Well, it's just what it
Possibly
is. Like,
Nicholas Diorio as well.
Nick
It's like
Nick,
non-binary now or something.
I feel like the best
that's a
thing
meme.
with like to illustrate like transgenderism is anyone remember Digibro?
Yeah.
Good old Digibro. Digibro used to have the Procrastinates podcast. It was his podcast. Monkey Jones used to be on it for a short time, but that's kind of irrelevant for here for now. It's kind of active in like 2018, 2019 or whatever. And on the PCP, as it used to be known, pretty, those last two letters fitting for Digibro himself. But they had an entire male cast of 8 people, and they would meet up, and eventually they got this small room that they would have paper anime clips, paper anime, like screenshots printed out and all over this tiny room, the same room that Ralph eventually. Do I look 5'1"? It's that exact place.
Mm-hmm.
And every single member of the Procrastinators podcast, after Digibro tunes out, every single one of them tunes out in the next year. Every single one magically. So am I meant to believe that all these people were actually, born trans? If I'm even going to do this like biological argument towards it, or is it the fact that these people who have never really identified with anything their entire life, they kind of hate growing up because it isolates them from everyone else. They finally find a group that they actually, identify with. One of them turns out they identify with them and they retroactively apply their life story onto them, and then they're tuned out, and then everyone else's, because there's really no consequences of it. And that's what happened with the PCP. And I think if you don't put a stop to it'll just, it's like crocodile. It'll wipe out it'll wipe them all out. It will rot through the skin. It will just kill them. And when you've got a specific agent of chaos like Kai, set out to do this, to go through these people and tune them out. The Anthony Fauci of the new commentary community got the big needle ready to inject you, but it's the HRT that's being put in. And yeah, I think this is going to be an end game, and now we approach end game for X. I don't think,
Kai
I
is
don't.
You make her sound like a Mossad agent.
She's just well, she's not Mossad. She's an agent of the devil.
Something like that. She's definitely sus. There's too many red
Succubus
flags here. Yeah.
is what people would mostly say.
I mean, she's there, and then Lyric starts doing this, so it's like, you gotta match the patterns. Essentially.
But who passes more, Lyrics or Jaden?
Lyrics. The problem with look, Jalen's a good friend of mine, and I love Jalen, and Jalen's a great.
When
Twitter
is this
follower.
happening? No, tell the truth, Alex.
Jalen is a good friend of mine, but look, but the problem with Jalen is
Would you save Jalen from jumping
Jalen
off
is
a
like
cliff?
6'6". Jalen was born in the wrong time, and if she was born in the correct time, Jalen would have been born in like as a Viking and like would have had like concubines and shit. All right, that's the problem. The modern world couldn't accommodate someone like Jalen.
Well, it's
They're not.
it's
Lyrics and
another,
Lyrics and Jalen
it's,
they're two separate things.
It's mainly because height is polygenetic. You have you have a neurological condition which is interfered by the 21st chromosome, and you are retarded, and the retardation gives you basically transgenderism. Eventually, you true now. And
Yeah,
ultimately,
all these
it's
people are
like,
just
you go through
addicted.
puberty, you can't identify with anyone. You're a fucking tower. You're a fucking Tower of Babel, and you must be stricken down. And
How tall is Lyrics?
I don't know. I don't know how height change.
I think 6'1" or something like that. I think he
that sounds
mentioned
like
in one of his
Coke,
last
though.
posts.
That's
No,
a
that sounds
big
like Coke.
bitch.
So every fucking guy is like, "Oh, I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1".
I'm actually 6'1", by the way.
Well, this is from
I'm
like a
actually 6'1" as well, and someone fucking told me they were 6'1". I fucking towered over them. I was like, I don't believe you're even 6 foot, bitch.
Boblax.
And-
Oh wait, Boblax has given another take. He should apologize to me and then get on estrogen.
Of course.
Someone else who's confusing
Of
opinion. Who's
course.
actually in this? He's actually in this right now, by the way. Confusing opinion tried to claim he was much taller than he actually was. Then he went IRL with Spondal and he was a midget or something.
Well, all those people are fucking midgets.
Really?
Well, he met up with like Realm and Connor and Augie, but all of those people are like 5 feet tall. So he
No, I
looked,
thought he met up
he
with-
actually looked like a giant on those streams.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking. He looked like that meme of JD Vance. That he posted for some reason.
Yeah, the fucking JD Vance picture.
Uh,
How easy is it to get estrogen in Canada? Can you just like get it in the mail?
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Canada that much.
You can probably get the shit to make it. I don't know. I would assume.
Kai probably has that recipe fucking memorized.
She's probably ready to go. She probably already has like a whole.
If it
back
hasn't already
catalog ready.
started.
Yeah, I feel like Rex, when he's like in this early stage, he's not gonna test out the moonshine HRT in his first fucking go. He's not gonna fucking instantly go down with the ambrosia of shrooms instantly. He's gonna want something more official, and I would
Chris
assume
Tyson.
Canada offers a lot of it because of how Canada is. And how
Maybe-
Canada has that law about misgendering or whatever.
Maybe he could hit up Boblax and they could like share their suppliers.
True.
Chris Tyson was only trying things out with his appearance,
Yeah,
remember?
that's another one. That's actually.
They were only trying things out. They were just wading in the water with it, and then they go
Yeah, he's
just
always a
dive right in.
And
Well,
Chris Tyson had a similar thing with like the little anime girls too.
And Shadbase, fucking
oh,
whatever.
so did Digibro.
Yeah,
Dude, it's
one of
not
them.
looking good. So do you think
Not
he's,
looking good.
do you think Larry is
Um,
predisposed to this?
wait. I think
No, I
if
think it's entirely calm.
he does end up like turning out or whatever, um, lyrics would be most similar to like Digibro because his wife was the one who like started doing this stuff with him. Pantsu
Yeah, but also
specifically did
he
like
always had a
makeup on
weird interest
Digibro.
in it. He also always had a weird interest in it as well. Digibro's like a
Really?
Christian. Yeah, he does. He talked about because Digibro had this channel called Digibro After Dark where he would get drunk. I don't really know why I remember this. Where he would get incredibly drunk, and he would just go off. He would talk about his regrets, talk about how he regretted kicking Mumpy Jones off and how he wished to become friends. Then he deletes it. It would be very sporadic, but when Digibro got 10 grand a month on Patreon in like 2018 for some bizarre reason, he would barely upload on his first channel and just do all of these after dark videos because he would think he's like this, he'd think he's like this beatnik artist from like the 50s or whatever, but he's just like some pedophile, like fat pedophile talking about anime. And in there, he said like, I remember this is before it's probably with the relationship, but he always said like, I identify with like women characters in anime and stuff like this, and I've never identified with men. And
Oh
this was like early
yeah.
on. But he would always say this, and his whole thing with Ollie was that he would identify with the child being raped. That was his whole thing, as well. Like why he said he would do it, and why he said he would go into it. It is
I think I
bizarre.
remember that clip. It was they were like playing like they were playing a Link game or something like that. And they were just sitting there talking about it. It was almost like it was like a nonchalant conversation. But it was like I don't know. I think it was like years ago.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I wasn't really around there in that
This
time.
is like 8 years ago. Yeah, I was not involved in anything back then, really. I was just watching it because it's funny, and I think
I
everyone
found it
has
later
an interest
on.
in like fucking morbid freaks. Anyway, Alex,
Yeah.
what do you think? Because there has to be like a verdict.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the likelihood is? That honest likelihood, this will be something that I guess we could look back on eventually, if it does or does not happen. What do you think? And we're not even going to give a date to it. Is the likelihood that Lyrics just troons out in general?
Well, I think we said it earlier. Like there's like that 1 year. We're working with a 1 year make or break moment here. I think like if you look at like people like Chris Tyson and just that kind of people, as soon as you start openly presenting with makeup and saying, yeah, I'm just trying things out, you've got about a year or two. And I think with Larix, especially with Satan right on his shoulder, I think we're looking at 6 to 12 months, if not sooner, to be honest. And
HRT date.
it's 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 terrifying, and it really is, and it's because there's no
But this is the
recovering
thing.
from that.
I think it's a year if nothing changes a year. But probably what will happen, and will vindicate me as well, is that I don't think publicly it'll be known as it'll be like a Bobax where he starts taking the troon shine pretty quickly, but he doesn't actually say it until after he assumes that his voice will change, even though and he'll start doing like a bit of the voice training. He'll start lowering his swallow, lowering his larynx, so he sounds like Lily Donovan or whatever, but he still cannot change his vocal mouth resonance without bone smashing. And
You gotta start bone smashing.
None of them are bone smashing. None of them are bone smashing. Bomax is never going to be bone smashing.
Lyrics, mate. Dude, Kai might already
No.
have started just hitting him, bro.
Got a Trotsky ice pick out in his mouth.
Just fucking, she might just be wailing on him for fun, and it might do something.
Brain damage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's probably got some kind of brain damage.
Dude, if you imagine sending these pictures to someone from like 3 years ago or 2 years ago of him wearing eyeliner with fucking nails on, and
They probably would have thought it was like edited.
I thought it was edited. Dude, when
doing
Shamu
It's
sent me
very surreal. It's like
when when Shamu sent the pictures, I was like, that is edited. That's not real. I've seen like there's an edit that looks exactly like it. Like someone made the image like a year ago where it looks very similar to that. It's
I
just
don't
it's
know,
like,
Alex, because if you look at around 2-3 years ago, a good friend of his was doing something very similar, and there is a common denominator there.
wait, what friend?
Turkey Tom.
Oh, was Tom do? Oh, he did wear like nail stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what I was saying earlier at the start of the space. Like, if you look at Turkey Tom 3-4 years ago, what's he wearing? He's wearing long sleeve shirts that cover the wrist. He's wearing e-boy clothing. He's got clean shaven, no stubble to be seen, nails. He's not going to the gym. He's
Yeah,
trying to
just
look
look at what he
twinkish.
was wearing. He was practically asking to get trimmed out by Kai.
Yeah, and Lyric's like wears exactly the same clothes now.
Grooming.
Yeah, sus.
It's terrifying. It really is.
I mean, there's hope though. Like, where's Tom now? You know.
What is Tom not? Well, Tom told him good luck when he found out they were together. So
They all do this weird thing though. They all hide their wrists. I don't know why they do this. They want to hide, like, I don't know if he's been injected. I don't know if it's Canada. He's been injected with the Indian serum and he's got the Indian grip strength and he's just lost all his wrists now. Because they always hide their wrists.
well,
I
isn't
don't know
that?
why they do it.
I think well, it's like that e-girl aesthetic, right? Or like
Disgusting. They should be
I
ashamed
believe
of
so.
themselves.
It's like the 2018 e-girl aesthetic.
They
type
should be ashamed
stuff.
of themselves. What the fuck? Pathetic. Hiding.
Why, like, what's so wrong with like hiding your wrist? So
okay, as a he's saying as
What's
a guy.
wrong with hiding your wrists? You're
yeah, like
your
I
wrists
didn't. Is that
your
a
hands
thing?
immediately identify you as a man. The back of your hand is the second most identifiable thing other than your face, and it's how they identify a lot of people from videos from the back of their hand because they have an independent vein pattern. Hiding your wrist is effectively hiding and obscuring your masculinity more than anything else.
I didn't know.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
you can tell someone by the proportions, the man or woman.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, from like when they're walking, their walk gait is different and stuff like this. How they're
No,
even
not just
standing.
walking, just like Bill.
Yeah, but if you're looking at their hands, the wrists is what sells it. And you know, in that image, we don't know who the fuck. You know, it could be Kai's sister for all I know, but it probably is. It probably is Lorix because he's obscuring his wrists because he's a fucking pussy.
A trans expert named Felix TC 2005 has said when you're doing stuff like makeup or nails or being non-binary or whatever and wearing a long sleeve, it usually comes from wanting to hide body hair when you're a man. So yeah, it's obscuring like the masculinity, hiding the veins, hiding your body hair. Because you'll notice he's very clean shaven these days. I think he's just one step away from getting laser removal for all of his body hair.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna go. The longer it goes on, it'll just. I mean, it always starts off like this.
Kai
and
should
then
just inject him
doing
with
more and
cancer
more.
then. That's what everyone should do if they actually want laser body removal. Inject them with cancer and look like 2017 Ida with the bald hairs. That's what he should be fucking done.
Aren't like
You chose
Asian
this
men getting that surgery
Inject yourself with cancer. That's what you should get.
or procedure?
Go to a Canadian water plant next to where all the Indians have moved in and taste the shit in the water and get injected with cancer. That's what Lyric should do. And just his blood turns to AIDS. And fucking he bleeds out.
I don't know much about lyrics. I only see people call him like a twink and shit like that for like the past 6 months, and then all of a sudden he's becoming a femboy or a trans or whatever.
Well, what happened was, I think in 2022 he quit commentary and he made a big announcement tweet saying he got a girlfriend and he's done with it. And then a few months later, he was in college and came back, and on his debut stream, he had like this. He basically stopped cutting his hair and he had like more of an e-boy aesthetic, and I think that's when a lot of the memes started. But in the past a year or so, it was since he stopped commentary and he's been doing the Kai stuff. Now it's just like in full overdrive mode.
Oh, you know what? He was really into lolly and stuff. I mean, I think there's like different types of people that do this, but I do think that there's like a certain type, especially online, where it's like these people are just like porn obsessed. They have like.
Well, I
issues with
normally
porn.
attribute the trans stuff with like autism, but
Autism,
guess,
yeah, and
but
porn and stuff
in
too.
online,
that's
My
yeah,
not
opinion.
lyrics. I think lyrics is being groomed, dude.
Yeah, I think Kai's sus for sure. I think that's weird,
the agent
especially
of
if
chaos.
Tom was wearing like
Enabler.
stuff like that.
The mutant, the high mutational load agent of chaos. That's my verdict.
Bro, and he opens up the video by saying, "Hey guys, a lot of changes going around," and then he like does like a little giggle, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He actually like changed his. People were commenting
Disgusting.
that too. That his voice, like he's kind of using his voice differently. At least it seems like it to me.
Or like a little bit lighter, maybe.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch it.
What do you think Forrest
When
Cat
he
thinks of
started the
this?
channel, when he started the channel, he was speaking more softly as well.
The channel.
He does.
A lot of changes. A lot of changes are going on.
It sounds a little softer.
And if you go through the video though, if you go like further in, you'll hear it better too. I think.
What's this?
It doesn't sound like he's doing anything though. He's just talking a bit different.
No, he's
not
just
as
talking
aggressive.
quieter. Or,
Yeah.
less aggressive.
Because what they always do, they do there's really two forms of vocal training that most trans people do before they bone smash or whatever, but they never really go and do it, which is holding the swallow, commonly referred to as like lightening the pitch, which is basically raising the larynx, the Adam's apple, using the muscle you can have, which is commonly done by either swallowing and just dragging it up. And that raises the pitch, but makes you always sound like you're whispering and makes you quieter as well. And also, the second thing is the vocal mouth resonance, which a lot of people do to kind of hit falsettos and singing and stuff like this, which is the interior shape of your mouth, which kind of is already fused by the time you're around 13 or 14 from the upper lateral palate. So there's a few ways to kind of change how you sound, actually how your voice sounds, and that would be from like tongue position in your mouth, ultimately. But like men and women have different tongues anyway. So for like, men to even hit the falsetto range, which obviously isn't the same as like the true voice, you kind of have to do a lot of practicing, and most of them don't do it because it's way too difficult. They can only kind of have the swallow thing, but it sounds like they're whispering. But other than that, they can't really do it. And then obviously you have actual surgery, which changes the actual shape of your mouth, and that's how you get some like of the actual kind of voices, like the phantom voices, I would call them. But like I said, who in the community is ever gonna actually have like surgery? Like none of them.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's like speaking, like he's just speaking softer and like with the back.
In
of his
the
throat.
earliest
He's doing like
days,
that.
if
Hey,
he ever changes his voice,
guys.
it will just
Yeah.
be the
Like the
audio.
haha, like like he's just speaking a little softer and like with the back of his throat. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Which is just so fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, it's so there.
Dude, who's gonna make the lyrics video where it's like from transphobe to troon, dude?
That would be a good video.
Like, just
I don't know that much
document.
about him though. I don't know how like transphobic he was or anything like that.
Dude, the problem is there was a really funny video that Jalen used to have hosted on her channel. That was unlisted, and it was like an audio clip of lyrics when he was like 17, just saying the most transphobic shit about Jalen possible.
Oh,
But I
dude.
tried going back to it, but I couldn't find it. If
Maybe
someone has
Jalen
that
still
video, it's
has
the one
it.
where it's like the emoji on screen. If someone has that video, send it to me because it's so fucking funny, especially now. But yeah, no, he was always like he was pretty crazy with the trans stuff, like being transphobic.
Yeah, it'd be great to have a before and after of that. If you could just like do a compilation of all the most like I'm calling people trannies and stuff, and then show them in the femboy gear now.
Bro.
I remember when he started the music streams on the Lorex channel. I sent in what's it like the Skeptic Sky song, is it Dono? Then later on somebody else sent a song about like it does like lyrics in it where the singer is like trying on his sister's underwear, and then lyrics just like snaps back and he starts repeating the "Man in Disguise" line from that song. And this is like 8 months prior to now. It just came back to me. It's like a complete personality change. Like, do you think the old lyrics would actually imagine himself wearing like eyeliner and makeup with the blonde, maybe the blonde hair, but
Yeah, dude, the hair dye too. It's
Has he
just
always been
so
a
fun.
liberal too? Because someone kept posting clips under my comments where it's like he's talking about Taylor Swift needs to speak out,
Yeah,
against
yeah.
yeah, he
all
was a
this
liberal.
stuff.
I no,
Is he always liberal or?
I don't remember him being like that. I think that's Canada. I think that's Canada and having a Canadian girlfriend. Oh wait,
Yeah, it'd just be interesting if he was like more conservative before, and was like
Well, I think
transphobic and
towards
stuff
the
and
end
not
of
doing
his
this.
commentary stuff, he was
someone got me the lyrics clip.
just
It's Augie
more liberal.
reacting to it.
Oh, paste.
I just linked it in the fucking space. Yeah, he's
Diapers. He's basically got a vagina.
basically got.
Cries all day.
He cries. It's just so fucking. This fucking clip, dude.
This guy's a little tranny bitch. Like Jaden, he's just a little tranny bitch. He's like a little femboy. He wears skirts to fucking school. He pisses his diapers. He's basically got a vagina. He cries all day about he wishes he was a girl. Like, bro, just get surgery. Just get a custom built vagina and get fucked by a dude, bro.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Fucking AIDS. Just keep sucking cock. Just like that. Just keep sucking cock, bro. Little tranny. Suck my penis. Actually, no, suck my penis. That'll be your first cock to suck. Suck my penis right now.
Does someone have it where it's not retarded without fucking? Without fucking Augie?
Oh, that's perfect, dude. That's perfect, dude.
And like this was his personality for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he mellowed out a bit like in 2024, but
He was pretty
he-
young,
he-
right? He said he was 17.
yeah, no, I think he's only like what he's probably. I think he's 23 now, maybe 24. So like
Okay.
back then he would have been like, or no, I think he's 22 or 23. Back then I think he was like 17.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so fucking. I don't know, man. Dude, it's my lyrics is just my favorite like fucking drama because it's just like so funny. It's like the only one I pay attention to anymore because like every like 2 weeks there's just like another funny clip of him.
Who's the most likely to go next?
Who's
you
even left?
It's like Connor.
It's Toastify.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
Toastify's gonna fucking
Toastify.
turn out. Toastify already kind of sounds like Pie Man. He's gonna start putting on like the fucking dresses and rocking anime profile picture.
Michael
This
Alberto
this
hasn't
January
actually done
1st, he
it, though,
shows
right?
up in Spondov's DMs.
Yeah. Dude, it's.
It is fun,
Imagine
though.
if Connor turned out.
That'd be so funny.
Oh, Toastify wants in. I think he agreed with what I said. Dude, what do you? I think it could happen.
I don't think so.
Why not, dude? It happened to Larix. You were like Larix's co-host for a while, and like remember what Tyrone said about Digibro? All of his co-hosts turned out. So
Well, Smiggle hasn't gone yet, so that's a good indicator.
yeah, but Smaggle's been sitting in like the in between zone for years.
Well, fuck.
I don't even know
No,
what
there's
Smuggle is
no way.
anymore.
Smuggle chills. He's doing all his own things. He's barely around.
Wasn't he gonna be doing a video or something?
Dude, the zoo files. Yeah, dude, the zoo files is coming out any day now.
I remember, I think, messaging about him. It's like, are you still doing that video? And he said yes, and this was like a year ago.
I have no
remember-
idea what you're referring to.
I think like 2 years. Well, the meme was the zoo files was the one he used to talk about publicly. I don't know if he was saying something privately, but it would have been like a video about zoos. I think I don't even know what the video was about, but that was like he teased it for like 2 years and was like, yeah, I'm not making that shit.
Zoo Files is like there's a big controversy about that with the farms like years ago, like zoo files that were like torturing animals and fucking them and stuff. That was probably what it was about, right?
No. The zoo space files like FILES.
It's just a story about Smiggle at the zoo from like ages ago. I don't know what the specifics are. I can't remember, but something happened at the zoo with
The
Smaggle.
zoo, bro. The zoo story's never coming out. I still don't even know it.
Coming out? Wow.
It's never coming out, bro. He won't tell it.
We can only
Okay.
assume he molested a gorilla, so that's headcanon.
Did he
Yeah,
goon to an animal or something at the zoo, or is that just like a fake post?
one of the I think Alberto spread a story that he got caught jerking off in like a bush at the zoo. I think that's Alberto's rendition of the zoo
Okay.
story.
I
don't know how-
it spurs a memory there with Toastify just said. I've heard something similar to this one, so I think it's obviously fake, but
I think it's real, and if Smaggle wants to disprove it, he should come out with the real story.
you should make a video on what was actually there. He should use
like
the
an
goon
old
footage.
school story time video with face cam. Like you can be like Tana Mojo.
Yeah, the fucking. You don't want to know what I did with this toothbrush.
I fucked a gorilla with a toothbrush. Yeah.
Fucking.
I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Yeah, who like?
What is even
Me
that?
either. It can be
I don't-
anybody, dude.
I
Anybody.
don't
can-
pay attention to any of the stuff anymore. Who is that? Is it Tress?
No one. Well, I don't think no one's left it. Everyone's gone.
What do people even do? What does Aiden do? Because I haven't watched any of his streams yet.
I think Aiden cries like a little girl. I think mostly.
Aiden could be next. Aiden could be the next one.
Yeah, Aiden's a good
Put on the
bet.
dress.
Although Aiden's been trying to move away from
Become
being like
the Brittany
little sister.
Simon.
What's he trying to do then?
I think Aiden I think he has more crossover with like Queeman and those
Okay.
people. I think like Chud Logic.
Aiden's
Smaggle
cool.
wants to
I
call
like,
in.
I like Aiden streams.
Yeah, he tried. Oh, hi Smaggle.
What the fuck is
You're
this?
just so cool, dude. He's just so awesome. I love when Smaggle calls in my Twitter Spaces because he adds absolutely nothing every single time. I don't think there's ever been a point ever where he's actually added something.
What is that background noise?
It was him. He was playing music. He was fucking with us.
Oh. It sounds like some fucking gym radio music. Is he currently in the fucking gym locker?
No, he's trying to play music from his shitty computer. Okay, dude. You're getting removed from speakers, Belly. Fuck that guy. Maybe Quayman's next. Quayman could probably churn out.
I don't know. Is he even commentary there?
Queeman?
I don't really-
Comment?
Well, there's no such thing as commentary.
You keep saying that, but then people always know a few names. I don't pay attention to this stuff anymore. But it's like there's got to be someone who still is.
There are no names, dude.
What about Nick then?
Nick sucks. He's not commentary. He makes content for H3's audience and H3's audience only now.
But it's like it's kind of commentary there.
No, it's not. He's like a Jewish psyop.
I haven't seen him in a long time either, to be honest.
He sucks. Actually awful. Like, dude, he made a tweet criticizing Nuxtaku. It was a call out of Hassan, and literally all of his fans were replying to Nick saying, "Why are you defending Hassan?" Like, that's his fan base now.
Dude, you get some of the dumbest people. Anytime I make a joke or a
What was
meme
your
about
thing
any of
with,
that stuff, I get some of the most
What was your
retarded
thing
people
with
in my comments.
Nick? Alex, I missed all of this.
Well,
I know you
Nick's
had
just a
point out.
liar. Like,
Yeah, 'cause you
just
guys speak, like, good with him. But what happened?
the thing the thing that blew it up for good was Willie made a video about how he got doxxed by Bad Empanada, or like he made a video about Bad Empanada, and then he got doxxed, and then he made a video about how he got doxxed, and then he blamed Queeman, like he named Queeman saying, "Yeah, your
I
community
remember
doxxed me,"
this.
which was just
I-
bullshit. He got
Yeah,
that
I
from
saw that
Destiny,
video.
and Destiny just made it up. And then he
Really?
called out Augie. And then he called out Augie and just lied about Augie too. And then Nick, and then when people were like, "Oh, well, Nick, you watch every other Willie video," So what do you have to say about this? He was like, I'm not going to get involved in this interpersonal drama. And because like it's to cater to his audience because his audience likes Willie because Willie caters to those same kind of people, the DGG kind of it's like half DGG, half H3 audience. So he didn't cover it because he didn't want to have to shit on Willie. So I said, well, that's like retarded. You should, like, as a commentator, you should probably call it out when another commentary channel just lies. He's like,
Yeah,
no,
otherwise, what's the point?
yeah. So he didn't. I called it out, and then he blocked me, and that was that. And I'm not even on it. Like, I don't even know what he does these days. I watched Cleveland put out a video the other day, and I clicked on it, and that was about like him getting swarmed by anti Hassan fans, like his audience. That was funny, but like apparently he's just kept on lying. Like his content is just fucking shit, but I don't watch it because his content literally now is just put on an H3 video, watch the entire thing, and then say, "Wow, guys."
Wait, does H3 do videos now, or is it still just that podcast?
No, H3 streams. Like he just watches
Okay.
VODs. Like he's been covering iDubbbz and H3 basically
I
exclusively for
never,
like
I
2
never
years.
found H3 funny, and I've said this years ago, but I never found it funny. I never found his old stuff funny, his like cough gimmick, and his original bit that is like everyone disputes that he kind of stole it from other people, the whole Vape Nation thing. I don't even think the joke's funny.
It's just he just sucks. That's that.
I never found him funny. He was always the worst part of like the iDubbbz collab or whatever.
Well, I mean, I think old. Well, the problem is I was like 8 years old, so I was retarded. So I don't really know, but I mean, you can criticize a lot of that stuff these days, but I liked it at the time.
I just remember him finding him strange and weird and like this uncomfortable like old man who looked much older than he was because he went grey very early.
Yeah.
When he was in his like mid-30s. So I just thought he was like this weird, uncompromising old man who just like cough around these guys like half his age. That's when I was like younger and watching all that stuff. I don't know, it just wasn't the kind of humor, I guess you could say. And then when he did his podcast show, it was incredibly slow on the responses. Like the original, when he had that big studio, the issue.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan ripoff.
Yeah.
Or like how it was like it was trying to recreate like a more classic kind of podcast or radio show set.
Yeah, that's like Joe Rogan in the format, but not in like, Joe Rogan, there is something there to interview about whatever, and it's the guest who speaks the majority of it. Ethan would talk over them and just like obscure information and be unfunny and like confuse all these people. Like the first episode I think was on like Justin Roiland. Have you watched that? It's a terrible episode. And,
I probably did watch it when I was younger. I actually used to watch a lot of the H3 podcast when it was like in its classic era. I don't remember shit anymore.
I do remember a lot of them. I think the best episode, from what I remember, is actually the Boogie one. I think the Boogie one is actually very good.
I think that's the one that's probably stands out the most these days. Just because
he has all the stories that are very likely fake, but there's so many bizarre stories. Even the fact that they had to move the table to get him in, and they never did that before or after. It is an outlier. Then there's the JonTron one, which was just terrible, but they just completely misrepresented him, and he didn't even want to talk about it. And it's like JonTron started those two guys, like Ethan and Healer's career, and they're pressing him on like a bad moment.
They literally lived in his apartment. Like
his first video, Ethan's first video was like getting pizza with JonTron because they were his editors.
Yeah, he really stabbed him in the back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big drama back in the day, like that backstabber. The early podcast caused like a lot of drama because there's the Keemstar thing, and then there's that, and
I just remember the Bill Burr episode. I think that's probably the only episode I've ever watched, besides the recent ones where it's just like whatever the fuck they're doing now.
Well, when COVID happened, like the pandemic, they switched to recording out of a closet, and then they just kind of kept that format.
When was the Tricipated show?
The Frenemies?
Yeah.
That was like 22, right? Or 21?
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, it was after. It's after the original one ended, but after they'd stopped and switched to the newer. Because ever since then, they've kind of went to even, that had better production. They would all dress up and do weird shit like that, and the set would look somewhat cool. But I don't know. I could never listen to them.
Yeah, I actually listened to it a lot. I used to listen to it like I think they used to stream it on Twitch, and I listened to a few live back in the day, way back in the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks now. Well, he sucked since like the content nuke. The content nuke was like the on Keemstar, the original one. That
I
was
never
like
find him funny, but the
that was like
worst
the
stuff
turning
he's ever
point.
done was like him when he's wagging his finger, like when he's saying like, "Leafy, look at Leafy, and he's just doing clickbait. Look at these thumbnails, and they're the same thing of him playing video games, and he's attacking the."
Yeah. Well, in
Those are the worst
retrospect,
things.
like a lot of his points and like a lot of his dramas like make him look like shit. But he didn't fall from like grace in commentary terms until like
No,
the content nuke.
I just at the time hated all the whole phone wagging his finger. It was not him being funny; it's like him talking down to her.
There was another drama of him where people thought he backstabbed PewDiePie too, right? Because I think PewDiePie said the N word, and then
Yeah, he did the same exact thing. He had him on the
H3 like threw
podcast
him
and
under the bus.
interrogated him.
Yeah. And
Or he
that's
might have
Nick.
just talked
That's
shit
Nick's
about him. I don't
boss
know if he
now, by the
actually had
way.
him on the podcast. I think he just like disavowed him or
Yeah, no,
whatever.
it was just like a story. Yeah, I'm looking at H3 podcast number 28. PewDiePie drops the N bomb top of the week. That's Nicholas Diorio's boss, by the way. No, that guy, that H3, that's his boss.
Do you think Nick will ever go like full in studio? He's like a point man behind the glass or whatever.
Oh, like become one of the guys. I don't know. I mean, Nick gets a lot of attention by not doing that, so like probably doesn't need to. It's probably more beneficial to just be like in his sphere, like be under him instead of going on the set or whatever.
Sure.
Smaggle wants back in, and look, you know what he's gonna do? Nothing.
What do you think he's gonna do?
He's
Like,
gonna
what do
do
you think
nothing.
he's going?
He's gonna do some bullshit,
You
dude.
think he's gonna ear rape or he's gonna
Yeah, this
like
guy
do
raped a monkey at a zoo, by the way.
Yeah, fucking insane, dude. I did not put the only animal that I put my dick in was your
What?
mother, okay? So let's get that out of the way. But
That's the zoo story. You fucked a monkey and got banned.
what is the fucking what's happening with lyrics? What's happening with
Oh my
lyrics right
gosh,
now,
dude, what
dude?
isn't happening with Lyrics? Lyrics has been groomed by Kai. Kai's an evil demon sent by hell, but sent by Satan, and he's being
He,
groomed into being
he
trans.
looks exactly like pyrocynical, like late stage
Yeah,
pyrocynical.
it's Kai's fault. Kai's grooming him.
Are we sure it's Kai that's doing that? The
Kai was
femboy,
talking about boy
the
wives, and
femboy.
look what he did to look what Kai did to Tom when Tom was with her. He was wearing makeup and fucking his nails and wearing long sleeve like boy shirt like e
Well,
boy shirts.
having met up with Tom during those years, he did not paint his nails during the visits that I came. Just
Well,
FYI.
you visit. You visited him later though. You visited him later though.
Visited him. I visited in 2022,
Yeah,
dude.
he got with her in like
L-
2020.
Late 2022, early 2023,
He got with her
and
in like 2020 or 2021.
oh my god, dude.
It's real. And then he broke up, and then they broke up, and he started going to the gym and started male maxing. Dude, he became a
You
Chad.
started gooning, yeah.
He became a Chad maxer. And then look what happened. Larix was going to the gym. He gets with Kai, and now he stops going to the gym, and he's doing the same shit Tom was. So it's true. It's just 100% fact, actually.
I hope she puts him in a dress. That would be funny.
How do you feel? How do you
What do you
feel
mean?
about
How
seeing
do
all of
I
it?
feel?
How do you feel seeing all of it? Did you ever feel like you were gonna trans out by meeting her?
Mm,
Did you think she had a
no.
satanic energy?
N- I mean, not satanic, more just
Like evil?
emo shit. Just like uh, she was really into Monster High fucking dolls and shit. So like, I stayed
It's
away
that
from that.
Tyrone, that
But
thing about you were saying about not wanting to grow up and not wanting to become an adult.
Yeah, basically. Also, I just want to let you know that me and DJ are seeing the new FNAF movie tonight. So
Really? Wow,
yeah,
dude.
Going on a gay
Thanks for
date
letting me
together.
know,
You're getting a
dude.
fucking
yeah,
remaster as well.
yeah. We're
Like, what
gonna
the
we're
fuck?
gonna date. We're dating.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no
I
Uh,
problem,
hope I
dude.
hope you guys have a good time, Snaggle. Thanks.
Thanks.
hope you don't get
Make
AIDS.
make sure to eat
Hope
a
you get
lot of
tested after.
popcorn. Have some good belly laughs. Make sure to really enjoy the
Make
moment.
sure to get tested for AIDS after. Don't end up like fucking.
Snaggle, aren't you scared about going over your bedtime? It might be a little late if you haven't seen it already.
No, I am. I'm kind of scared though because this is my first horror movie. Ooh.
Oh, look who joined, DJ. DJ, we
Yo, DJ.
Smaggle just broke the news that you're going to see the FNAF movie. He says he's scared because
Yeah,
it's his
he
first
just
horror
broke the news
movie.
that he's in a gay relationship
He
with
said
me.
he's
Dude.
kind of scared, so make sure to hold his hand during it, all right?
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Is DJ just not talking? Is he not?
Well, he's
He's
not
just
in here.
listening.
He's fucking.
Whoever said the lyrics is co-host and next is being slowly proven right now. It's not looking good.
Oh yeah, Smaggle. Do you think that you could tune out? Because like, what's going? Like, we were saying that maybe Lyrics' co-hosts are the ones who are next. Are you? Do
So
you feel like Do you feel like you
I
might want
mean,
to change that?
I was replaced. I was listening to a recent stream by Lyrics, and like his new co-host is Every Cafe, which if you probably don't know, but he's like a random fucking shadow who always instigates fucking Connor eats pants about Nicholas Diorio. He's just a random spug in Nick's
Wait, he's
chat
a
and
Nick
whatever.
fan.
Yeah, he's a Nick fan, and
Uh,
he's also
dude,
a
it's all
moderator for
connected.
Lyrics. Dude.
Bad
It's
looks,
all
bad luck.
connected.
Nick fan, bad luck.
Yeah,
Ugh, he's been great
dude.
replaced
It's
by
all
some
connected, man.
completely interchangeable fucking
Did you
host.
guys see the AI clip of Nick like soy reacting to the AI thing?
30-year-old man, by the way. What? What?
Is
Dude,
Nick's 30
what?
now? Oh shit.
He's like 28.
Oh.
I say it in the fucking clip, but not in that clip, but I said in stream multiple times. I would have rather listened to is it ASAP Fatty or ASAP Fatty or whatever the fuck?
Wait, be careful about what you're saying. Big Don might get mad at you.
I
I
don't
know.
I don't care.
I
I
know.
was
I know.
talking to what's his name, MC Jarbo.
No, not MC Jabo. Who is the fat retard that iDubbbz did a documentary on? That
Oh,
was
Airsoft
like
Airsoft
Fatty.
Fatty.
Airsoft Fatty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Airsoft Fatty does rap like videos on the Ethan Klein situation, and
What?
those are way better than the fucking than that AI slop that Nick was reacting to.
He might get mad at you. You got to be careful, dude.
I
What? Dude, what?
Does he rap about how they've been victimized as Jews and stuff?
no,
Dude, I need to fucking see this clip.
he just does parody raps of the Ethan Klein Hassan drama and like I'm forgetting the fucking name. Who is the fat black guy that rapped that
What? Dude, I fucking hate him, bro. Oh my god.
They talking
That guy
about baby
actually needs to
smalls
be.
or like
He needs to be put down like a dog, dude. Oh my god, bro.
are you inciting violence on Maine?
Yes, I am
Are you
against
snarking?
Nicholas Dioria. By the way, if you ask like Ethan Ralph, you can probably get his address too.
Alex,
Fuck that guy.
I'm gonna snark so hard. I'm gonna go to the Nicholas Dioro Discord. I'm gonna
Dude, they
snark.
talk about me anyways.
I'm
Dude, they
gonna
say my
snark.
name. They say my name like every
they say
fucking
my
day.
name. They say my
Oh,
name.
Queeman wants in, dude.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Oh my god! Isn't this your good friend?
Are you scared? He's
Are
chattering.
you scared? Are you
Why would
scared
I
that you're
be
gonna?
scared?
Are you intimidated by him? Because you know Fatty's gonna get mad. Smaggle, why were you in a call with Queeman? Why were you in a call with Queeman?
I didn't care about talking here when it was just lyrics, but if we're snarking the Oreo, then you know.
Dude, it's I don't even know what to snark about him because I haven't watched him in years.
You
But
got
the
you got
fucking
fucked,
the
Alex.
what?
You got fucked, and now you're fucking irrelevant. That's
Is
why
that true, dude?
that's why you had to get
By the way,
Cleveland
Smaggle
on.
had to DM me to go
Oh,
easy on the fucking Discord, dude. He was begging me, dude, please stop, dude, please, please. He said, dude, I'm gonna have to ban you if you keep posting screenshots because they got so mad.
He's like the Wesley Snipes
He was
image of
like, dude,
holding the gun,
he was like,
crying.
dude, the moderators are getting
yeah,
so mad, dude.
true story. The moderators on the Nick Diorio fucking Discord were getting so mad that I had to tell
Wait,
Alex to
Smaggle,
chill.
legally internal Nick the Oreo Discord drama. What the mods like?
I mean the show, but the like
They suck.
woman, the actual woman. So
Wait, are they women?
He
yeah,
has
I thought
women
that
running his Discord.
yeah, women are running the Nicholas Diorio Discord.
you mean
This
the
is big
Alex
news.
Snark Discord server.
The
This
That's
is
what
big
that
Alex,
is,
news.
dude.
yes, the Alex
The Alex
Gecko
Gekmo Snark,
Snark
dude.
Discord. Yeah.
Fuck them, dude. Bro, what is Nick even like? Is there like any like big drama about him, or like is he just suck? 'Cause, like I see the clips sometimes, like the one where it was like the "No Casey, no cry" like the AI song,
Well,
but
did you see the one where he was calculating the runtime of his video versus Denim's?
no.
So Nick basically is arguing. There's a clip on one of these clip accounts of me watching the shit. Nick's basically arguing that like there's no way the outcome from the Denim's lawsuit could ever possibly affect him, no matter what precedent it says. It couldn't affect him, and there's two reasons he gives for it. The first one is because even if Denim's did do some significant reaction in her video, hers was totally irrelevant to the topic, and Nick is always on topic. Nick always gives substantive, intelligent critique, unlike Denim's, who just says nonsense. Who's just like talking about some Family Guy clip or something she saw. Just said totally irrelevant shit because he's so much better. And then the other reason is because his reactions are so much longer than hers. I believe hers was. I'm gonna fuck up how long they were, but basically hers was in minutes. She said her runtime in minutes. Nick reads his in hours. Hers is longer, but he can't do the conversion in his head, so he's insisting that his is longer. And then he figures it out and says basically it's like 230 minutes plus 104 minutes equals 304 minutes. So it's now longer than my 3 hour 15 video. So he just like totally fucks up every bit of mental maths in like a 30-second period, like really basic mental maths, and insists
Bro,
that he's totally safe from this lawsuit.
I've been seeing your little Clemenite fans arguing about the fucking like what the precedent or whatever. It's like is the you guys are people worried that like if the lawsuit goes through and there's like a judgment ruled against the
I don't think
Denims?
there's a particularly massive chance that there will be a precedent. It's just the fact that people are so sure that there won't be. People are saying there's no way there possibly could be, and further that it would actually even make it better to react. Like that's Ethan's whole initial claim motivation is I actually want to protect the React community with these lawsuits, and that's obviously absurd. And
Yeah.
the fact is there is a risk of precedent being set, and it doesn't more than there being legal precedent set. Ethan being able to do this incentivizes other people with the means to do so to go the same route.
Osmongold's already talking about doing it. He said that.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
he alluded
It's
to it.
so it's just like there should be more pushback on the idea of people just like deceptively using copyright litigation to hash out what should be defamation issues.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm trying to remember. Did Denims turn on the stream and then walk away?
On her live stream.
No.
When
She
was
did like
reviewing the
a
podcast, she walked away, but she was there the whole time during the video, I think, right?
yeah. So basically, here's what happens: is Denims does like a whole stream covering the whole thing. She watches their countdown to Doomsday stream before they release the video. She doesn't do a whole lot of reaction during that. She then watches the content uke, and she does a huge amount of reaction on that, more than Nick did, more than Asmongold did, more than XQC did, more than anyone did, and she's criticized in the video. So by any reasonable means, she should be allowed to watch that video.
Mhm.
Now, 2 months after the airing of the content nuke, and the content nuke having been registered with the Library of Congress, Ethan then decides he's going to register Countdown to Doomsday, the stream as well. Now, none of the supporters will talk about this significantly, but he registers this stream as well. And that is really the part of Denham's claim where she's actually more likely to lose, because she didn't react to that like a tool. But the content nuke, she totally did. Like, by any reasonable standard, commentary YouTuber should be fine with her content nuke reaction. She covered it. I know Denham's is terrible with stuff a lot of the time, and like, you know, she'll play like TV just like in her intro screen.
Yeah.
But in this content nuke, she actually did respond to it. She was talking about it. You know, there are moments where she's saying like just making stupid jokes or going, what? But I mean, literally
Well, that
every
sounds
fucking
like someone I
commentary.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Every commentary streamer is guilty of shit like that. So yeah, I don't see it for the content nuke. I don't see, but it seems like Ethan basically saw that, knew that there was a risk that claim was a little bit weaker, and registered the stream post hoc to make sure that he could win, basically to bolster his position.
Wait, so he registered the stream and the video?
So he registered the video
Yeah.
before he posted it. Before he even posts the video, he registers it. The
Yeah.
stream, obviously you can't register a stream before you've done it, you know, it's but he doesn't do it until like 2 months after it's aired. Basically right before he starts posting about litigation and shit.
Wait, so he does the stream, she reacts to it, and then after she reacts, he registers.
It's 2 months after she's reacted. So basically, the way it comes off to me is, if you know, obviously there's a bunch of gaps in evidence here. This is like kind of schizotherian parts. He was going for Hassan. He said, I have not seen a single clip of Ethan saying, react to my video on stream to Hassan. So unless that's presented, the idea that there is going to be some presumed license from what Ethan said to Hassan doesn't fly to me. So I believe that he was trying to trap Hassan. He told Hassan to watch the video on his Instagram stories. He never said react to it on stream. So there's no presumed license, as far as I can tell. Hassan doesn't watch it. Doesn't happen. And I think he does it for charity at some point when the content nuke comes out, or a content deputy comes out, or whatever. Then he hasn't watched it in months. Ethan has this trap laid with the Library of Congress thing. CPS has happened in that time frame between when he registers this thing with the Library of Congress, the content nuke, and when he starts a lawsuit. Between then, CPS happens. So to me, it seems like intended for Hassan. CPS shit happens. He's mad at Denims. Casey Tron, I don't think is really particularly relevant. I think she's kind of tacked on because of Dan and Destiny, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Frogan obviously already had beef with. But he realizes Denims is one that he really wants to get. He doesn't have a perfect claim on the content nuke reaction for Denims. So he registers, after CPS, registers the stream that he did leading up to the content nuke so that he can bolster that claim, because he sees Denims did not react to that at all. She just let it play.
Interesting. I wonder how that'll all go down. I mean, I guess the thing I would say about precedent is I mean, I guess like as like a cultural thing on YouTube, like it could set a bad precedent, like going after people for copyright. But at the end of the day, like if you do go to court, like there will like precedent isn't absolute. Like
no, but
so
I think that's my side.
be...
The bigger concern is that it just incentivizes other big content creators who receive a lot of criticism to use tactics like this, registering material with the Library of Congress, to get smaller content creators into unwinnable lawsuits where they can extract concessions. Like, if that becomes commonplace, if Asmongold does that, if Tectone starts doing that, if Destiny starts doing that, that's a total shit show.
Well, I guess I'd say just I don't know if I necessarily have really a problem with that, because you probably shouldn't like be doing shit that could get you sued, right? Like don't maliciously steal content and all that, and you probably won't. Like,
but you're engaging with a bunch of other content creators who are doing that exact same thing. Is there not a presumed like social contract there where if everyone is engaging this exact same thing to make money, it's all basically agreed with implicit agreements that, hey, the law isn't really caught up here. This is just the best thing for the health of the content and the ecosystem for as many people to get in there as possible. So we just don't do it because we don't see the law as legitimate, which is the way it has been for 10 years. Because you've always been able to get sued for this sort of stuff. You know, there was a big question, you know, when Ethan had his lawsuit with Matt Hoss, it wasn't set that that was allowed. You know, there was always a risk that he could have lost that lawsuit. And certainly with any reaction stream where you're not preparing the content, where you haven't edited, curated, where you're just letting extended periods run, that has not been tested in court. The idea that you would open up, because if that is the case, let's say that's illegal. Let's say that is found to be illegal, infringing. If you do a live stream, if any kind of live stream full react is infringing, and that's not fair use. And anyone who does live stream full reacts can be attacked by one of these bigger content creators. What is the result? You cover some big content creator, you can't cover the full thing. They say, "Oh, you took my statement out of context," and you can never present it in full context, because if you present it in full context, they'll sue you.
I guess. I don't know. I guess I would just. I think if that did happen, it would definitely be case by case, right? Because I mean, with that Sargon lawsuit, like he didn't even like it was it was decided that what with the Sargon thing, it
So
was
the Sargon
his
lawsuit was
intent.
he took
It be
two clips, stitched them together, and
yeah,
put a title on it, and that
and
was
then
considered
the title was
fair use.
deemed
Yeah,
the
transformative.
the
Yeah.
transformative thing. So
Yeah, it was presented to a new audience. So that's absolutely true. But there's way higher protections on stuff that you registered with the Library of Congress. If you were found to be infringing on something, and that in that case, I don't know if Sargon would have been got, even if that was on the Library of Congress. I don't think Sargon would have been got on that. I'd be totally clear. But if something is registered on the Library of Congress, you are entitled to statutory damages. You don't have to prove that it damaged the market for your product to be entitled to compensation. So it just basically, if you have this initial money, which isn't a whole lot, it's like a couple $100 or something to register something in the Library of Congress, and the money to start a lawsuit, which is a lot of money, you can put someone in a position where even if they've not done anything really significant, as long as you can get them on a technical infringement, as long as they've say watched your whole video, as long as you can get them on that technical infringement, you're entitled to a bunch of statutory damages, and that puts anyone who can't risk that massive financial burden in a position where they basically have to concede.
yeah, I'd be interested to see how it plays out, because it doesn't sound right to me that you can register it after someone's already like Denim's reacts to it, and then you register it with the Library of Congress, and then you'd be entitled to the statutory damages. But that doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know. I'd actually be curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah,
In
I
court,
don't know
because
how that'll play out, but obviously, yeah, it's
I
being
think
tested. Obviously, she's being sued for 2 infringements, the content nuke and the Doomsday thing.
yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
assume he's just hoping that one of them works out.
I guess the cultural thing I probably agree with, but I guess at the end of the day, it's probably good to know where the law stands on all of it. So I don't know. Like I was trying to read like what that conspiracy lemur guy. I think he was arguing in my replies with someone about it, and I guess I just don't really buy into the whole precedent thing. At least because like at the end of the day, like if something's illegal, something's illegal. I think you could argue like maybe as like a cultural thing with creators, like maybe people should come out and say like, hey, you can react to my videos or whatever, and then like maybe shame people who don't like agree to that. But as far as like the legality and all of that goes, I mean, what's law is law. So
I don't know that I buy that the what's law is or argument. That's like saying that you're doing like the supplanting morality with law thing. I'm saying Ethan's using what may be law in a malicious way to achieve bad ends. You're saying like, well, yeah, but he can technically do it legally. It's like, yeah, we can do a lot of things technically legally. Like, you know, you can get in the UK, public figures can get super injunctions against the media to stop them from reporting on a story or even mentioning that they're not allowed to report on the story. So I don't think that's okay. I don't think they should be able to do that. So you can do a lot of things legally that I don't think are okay, and you should probably push back against people. And this was the mindset that I thought was on the internet a lot, was basically the idea that if you try and exploit something in this way, you should basically end up, even if you win, you should end up in a worse position than where you started at. because you can't allow the incentive structure to create a situation where there's a reason for ill-meaning big content creators with huge resources to go around trying to stifle criticism.
Well, then I guess I'd just say that maybe I hope then Denim should probably. Well, what you're saying is Denim's probably is going to win on the
I
content.
don't know. No, I'm not saying she's probably going to win. Ethan's got a strong claim, even on the content uke. I think because of the fact it's a full-length live stream reaction, I think those are probably all infringement. I think you're probably not allowed to do that legally.
So you think she'll probably lose that one?
I expect her to lose if she fights it.
That's
Personally.
interesting. I mean that'll be huge if that But I guess the thing is we've got all the like it'll if
It's
she
not like a
loses,
strong. I'm not
I
like
hope
taking a
if
strong
she
position
loses,
on it.
I
Just
hope
to be
she
clear.
appeals. I hope it just keeps going to appellate courts and eventually goes up their way because I guess it would be interesting to see how the law actually sees that stuff. But I think it's good to have those answers, those questions answered though. No, I mean like yeah, I think
I mean, at
Ethan
some
could be
point,
shitty,
it's
but then
good
it's also
to.
good to have it tested out, right?
It is useful to have a test at some point. The issue is that if everyone's mindset going into the test is just, well, fuck Denims, I hope she loses everything. But these people would usually want full-length live-streamed reactions to be legal. That would actually be their preferable position for the law. Are they actually gonna, when push comes to shove, and there's like a serious conversation about, oh, well, where do people stand on free speech law? Should there be a bigger outcry about this? Are people actually going to have that outcry? Or are people just going to go, oh, it's Denims, who cares? And then Nick
They'll
Diorio's
go,
made
it's
his entire
Denims, who
business model
cares?
illegal, and we're in a position where basically anyone can be sued, but they're not talking about it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still like it's not like Ethan's coming up with the law. It's just
Okay, well,
you
that's
could.
like, no, you're not saying anything
No,
there,
no, no.
right? You're not
I
saying anything there.
understand what you're saying, right? You're saying Ethan should be shamed for doing it, which maybe, or actually, yeah. I mean, if you're malicious, like going after someone because you can't get a defamation claim and then going after them for copyright, I guess you can say, well, that's pretty shitty to do, especially from a creator perspective. And I think I do remember him saying, like, I'm doing this for React content overall to set precedent on YouTube as well. Like, he's trying to make it sound like a good thing. But
Yeah.
I guess where I'm saying it is just like it is the law, right? So, like people, because like I think conspiracy lemur, whoever those people are, they're arguing, oh well, the legal precedent is going to set bad legal precedent, and then it's going to be free, it's going to be open for everyone. But it's what the if that's what the law is, it's what the law is. So like,
Okay.
it didn't have to be Ethan Klein.
So
Someone
once
else could have brought the
precedent has been
lawsuit.
set, yeah, but yes, but someone has to bring that lawsuit. Someone has to put all that money down, take a huge risk, fight a case the whole way. The victim has to be fighting the case the whole way, and victim, your defendant has to be motivated to fight the case the whole way. This is very rare, and the way the ecosystem survives right now is off of the lack of precedent, because a lot of the things that people do probably aren't allowed. So it survives off the lack of precedent. And the way we allow for the form of information sharing that we all use is by the lack of precedent, is by the gray area. And it takes a big first mover to set that precedent, and it becomes far, far easier for everyone past that point. So Ethan, it's not like there's just, oh, it's just waiting for someone to come along and do it. Like anyone could just come along and press this button. There's like a big red button in the middle of the street that says set legal precedent. No, it's a hugely intensive, basically like picking up a second job. Many people say about taking on a lawsuit, picking up a second job to go and make specific arguments that a lawyer is making in, and they have a choice about what arguments they make, right? They don't have to employ every legal argument under the sun. They can actually decide, oh, we don't employ that legal argument because if that argument is accepted, that could set bad precedent. But there is no care for that in any of Ethan's lawsuit. The whole lawsuit is targeted around just maximum destruction, and the knock-on effects could be fucking horrendous for the way people use the internet. And the thing is that the way these copyright precedents are going to be set is they will be set by the people with money, because those are the people making the arguments, and when they win the suit, it gets set. Now there will be some cases, obviously, like Sargon's, where Sargon got a decent ruling. I don't know if that set any precedent. I don't think it did, but he got a decent ruling, even though it wasn't like it didn't require him to spend like an insane amount of money. And there are going to be times like that, but for the most part, the way copyright law is going to be written is by scum like Ethan, AI companies that will have the ability to defend themselves. So you're getting into a situation basically where like Google's allowed to train AI off of all the shit you post on YouTube, but you're not allowed to react to other content. You're not allowed to like go on and react to other content because someone might sue you. We will end up in an insane position with copyright law if all of the discussion around it is basically just, well, it's the law. So if a rich person goes in and makes a bunch of insane arguments and they get accepted, that's the way it is. It's like, no, if there's bad precedent set, or if you think the precedent should be set in a certain way, you should be active about that. It shouldn't just be throw my hands up. It's the fucking law. Whatever the judge says, the judge says. No, the law is meant to, in some way, represent how people feel about these issues, right? The idea of fair use is a kind of subjective. How do people feel about what copyright law is intended to do? How do people feel about the difference between this new piece of media and the old piece of media? Is it substantive enough? And a lot of those tests are very inconsistent and based basically on vibes. So you should be totally active in opposing someone like Ethan, making arguments about, Denim's, like in the lawsuit, he argues Denim's isn't informed enough to give commentary. Like, imagine if Nick DiOrio could get sued for not being informed enough or giving commentary.
Yeah, I mean, I get that's interesting. I don't know. I don't think I buy it. I don't know. I think I understand what you're saying about being you're saying that like basically it's going to be the precedent will be it's setting a precedent where like it's culturally accessible for people to like rich people to just go around and sue people, and then that's going to set bad precedent against us potentially. But I just I fall back to the law is the law thing. Like if that's how the law is written, like that is like I
But
think
it's not
it's probably
not
best
just
to
how
act
the
like
law's written, is it? It's not just how the law's written. That's not how
well, it's how the law is
rulings are
written
made.
and
There are,
interpreted.
yeah, exactly. And the interpretation is always subject to cultural and.
Well, that's why we have there's appellate courts and stuff, right? Like, it goes through a bunch. If Denims loses, she can always, obviously, it'll cost a lot, but she can keep appealing up until the Supreme Court, right? So.
Okay, and what's going to be the easier case to win? The one where everyone's on your side, the one where no one's on your side?
Well, obviously, the one where everyone's on your side,
yeah,
right?
so you throwing your hands up and saying, like, oh, the law's the law. You're basically saying, oh, yeah, I cede all ground to these fucking, like, total drones that are arguing that Denim should have her entire life destroyed and her form of content should be made illegal just because it's Denim's doing it, even though they watch Nick DiOrio. Like, you're throwing your hands up and saying, oh, yeah, cede the influence to them, because they're having the influence right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just saying, well, the law's the law. Well, that's not anyone else's view. That's literally not anyone else's view. The law's the law. That's not anyone else's view at all. They would be fucking seething if Denim's got away with this.
Yeah. I don't really. I don't buy it. I don't know. I don't buy into
What
that.
don't you buy? What do you mean you don't buy it?
I look. I think
if you don't care,
it
that's fine. If you just don't care that it's a thing, then that's reasonable. I don't know what you mean by you don't buy it. Like, but you keep saying the law is the law. Yeah, the law is like 5 lines that say don't infringe on people's copyright. Minimum penalty of then there's whole interpretation appeals, like you say.
I feel like it's best to have as much precedent, right? So that everyone knows what is legal, so that no one gets like basically right now, what we're depending on is a trust system where like we like just no one sues for copyright. But that's not eventually someone else is going to come along, right? So like I think it's best that everyone knows what actually is legal. Like what has the court said? Yeah,
okay,
you
that's
can do
not.
this.
Yes. That's not mutually exclusive. Maybe I'm saying like what you say. You're saying Ethan's doing a good thing. Actually, is that your argument?
I'm not saying he's doing a good thing, but I'm saying
Well, then that's then yeah. You're not
it's
contradicting.
probably.
I
I'd
don't see
say
how it
the
contradicts anything.
precedent setting is new. It's probably more neutral though, right? I mean, obviously he's going after her
Well,
because
no, the
he
idea
doesn't
of
like
precedent.
her.
So I would say it's a good thing to have precedent set, but there can be bad precedent set, right? There can be bad. The law is the law, but there can be bad laws, and we can disagree with laws.
Yeah, and then
And we don't.
if the law is being interpreted that way, then we would have to advocate for the law to be changed. That's how the legal system works in the U.S. But
Sure, but everyone, you should be proactive on that, right? You should be like, oh, I think denims should be allowed to do this, not just the law's the law. It's like, sure, the law's the law, but I think the law should be this way. I think the law should allow this. I think denims should not get sued for this.
yeah, I think the stream reaction content, if it provides commentary, should be legal, and I would. But I mean, she stole that one video, so it's like she put herself in a like shitty situation. But
Sure, but no one's making the
I'm
argument
just I'm not. I get.
about the
So
stream.
why do you believe that the judge is probably going to rule against her with the content nuke one?
Because I just don't. I haven't seen full length stream reactions tested, and I can't imagine that they would succeed. I think if you reacted to basically any like movie on stream, you would lose that lawsuit. I can't see why it'd be different for the content nuke.
Mm-hmm. Then I guess I don't know. I come from a time where I remember back in the day, like you're saying that there's kind of like this culture where like we kind of all accept that this is what it was like, this is okay. But I also remember like back in the day, people actually didn't like reaction content and actually got shamed a lot. So I'm sitting here wondering, well,
Sure, people like there were
is
like
it
people
better?
like
Would it be
Jinx and shit like
better
that,
if
and
we
then there was an initial pushback when streamers first like showing up to reaction content.
Yeah, up
But
until like about 2020, I think. I think after when Twitch started kind of merging with YouTuber culture
there
after
is I don't
2020.
think there has ever been a standard where if you are critiqued directly in a video, you can't react to that in full. I don't think that. I think at every point the standard's been if you're being critiqued directly, that's almost like an implicit license, and like you almost should react to that in full. You should cover that in full.
Yeah, people. I'd say that's fair. People, that's kind of been the thing. Like, if you got a content cop made on
In fact,
you.
to be honest, for a lot of political content, that's kind of the standard as well.
Mhm.
Is what do the full thing, don't take parts out of it. That's kind of been the mindset. And this was a video broadly about politics.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the other thing. That's the one thing that I think Ethan could undermine Ethan's case a little bit. Is the fact that so much of it is based around politics and current affairs, and it's taken from like he's got like news clips and shit in there. I don't know. There's like some. I think there's some rulings that relate to that might sort of undermine him a bit, but.
Yeah, I guess I just want. I get what you're saying, and I think culturally I'd agree, but I also just I think I just want to see how the law plays out, see how it's interpreted, because I think it would answer a lot of questions and it might destroy reaction
Okay, sure,
content as a
sure,
whole. But I think it's
what
good to have that question answered at this
I
point.
agree. I agree. It's good to have the question answered, but
And I
what are
don't.
you saying with that? What are you waiting for? Like, what when you say you're waiting for the precedent to be decided or whatever, you're waiting for that to what?
Well, either Denham's wins or loses, right?
Yeah, but what are you? Yeah, but what
I'm
does that
waiting
mean
for
for you?
for a court to give an opinion on reaction content. Like her, from what you've explained to
But
me,
yeah, but okay, but what
her
changes? Yeah,
reaction.
but what changes to you based on the court's ruling?
Well, nothing. I don't make content.
Okay, but you don't have opinions about this at all.
Well, I think. Are you asking like?
Well, it seems like you're saying I don't buy it. I'm trying to get what you don't buy. I'm trying to get what you're like. What are you saying?
I
I'm
don't
waiting for the
buy. I
court's
don't
ruling.
buy
Like, to
that.
what? To
Like
what?
I don't buy that. suing people. Like I don't buy that precedent being set is bad. I think there can
Well,
be
bad
I don't.
precedent being
I
set
think there can be
is
bad precedent, but at the end of the day, that's how the law is being interpreted, right? So if the law is being interpreted in
okay,
a
but the
way that
law
would
is
set
being
bad
interpreted. The law is being interpreted in a certain way according to the arguments made by the plaintiff or defendant.
Mhm.
Ethan is presenting arguments that will set bad precedent if accepted.
Yeah, so he's probably what he's doing is probably bad for the YouTube community. It's probably bad for the online community as a whole. If we're just thinking about what we can and can't do right now versus what we can and can't do in the future, if what we would think is bad precedent would be set. But I think I want those questions answered anyways at this
Sure.
point
I mean,
because
I would want this question answered too, but I don't think that changes anything. But that's not really. I don't think that's relevant to like my opinion or like 99% of the discussion about it. I think most people probably
so
find with
your
having
opinion is
questions
just that like YouTubers should probably be pushing back against this because it's bad for the community. And that
yes. It's
yeah,
bad for them. It's bad for
I
everyone
agree
else.
with
yeah,
that. Yeah, I think
that's
it's just
yeah,
bad for the
I don't
space in
disagree with
general.
that. I don't
Yeah.
disagree with that. That's fine. I probably agree. Yeah, I probably agree with that. I guess yeah,
Well, it
that's
also
fine.
makes like I think Osmongold's thing isn't even a copyright thing, but he feels emboldened, and maybe some of these other guys like Tectone or something feel emboldened to just
Yeah.
sue the shit out of these smaller people that can't do shit
Mhm.
to them because hey,
Yeah, because
H3 does.
before before there was a risk, before it was like, oh well, if I go after these people, it's gonna be a whole thing publicly. Everyone's gonna fucking hate me. My whole career is being liked online. I have to kind of maintain. Now it's it's Casey Tron. Oh well, it's Denims. Oh well, it's Frogan. Oh well, it's Hassan. Oh, and where does it end? Where does it end?
And H3 was kind of alluding
You
to,
know for a fact. If it was me or J Stalk, it would be it's Queeman and J Stalk
Mhm.
from Willie.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Setting a standard for creators to be overly litigious, it's not great. And that being like welcomed as in a by like commentary. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I see where you're coming from. I agree with that. I agree with that. The as far as like just if like the precedent itself being set, I don't think that's. I think it's neutral, but like Ethan as a person, obviously I don't like him, and I don't. I obviously these lawsuits are obviously they're not because he actually wants to defend his IP. It's because it's the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. So what? So you're and Nick is like, Nick doesn't think that if
Yeah, no,
Denims gets
Nick is
ruled against, it
insisting that
won't.
there is absolutely zero negative impacts, zero negative second order impacts that can possibly come from this lawsuit. Ethan's
Well, it
totally in
might
the
not
right.
affect him because he just reacts to Ethan, and Ethan can just give him permission.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Nick doesn't react to big content creators negatively. Nick just finds a big
Just
content creator
sucks.
to adopt them and then attacks all their smaller enemies. So being a total fucking pussy once again does help Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand what you guys are saying now. I agree. So what? That's just. I guess that's what just Nick's been up to. He's just still
That's
sucking up to
recent. That's
Ethan.
recent Nick. It's just cheerleading the lawsuits. It's fucking awesome.
Well, this is unrelated to Nick. Kai unblocked me and replied to me saying that apparently that picture of the ornaments was her sister. So Nick, that was a false allegation against Lyrics. I apologize. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of gotten. I think I'm gonna start winding down the space here. It's been good talking to all you guys. Interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Well.
Wow.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna kind of end it here. It's been I think how long has it been? It's been 2 hours, an hour, something like that. It was fun. It was fun catching up with all of my commentary buddies. I haven't talked to Queeman, Shamu, or even Tyrone. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. It was nice. I'll see you guys again in probably 6 months because I don't really do these anymore. And I'm sure we'll have a great discussion about how Nick is still a cocksucker then as well. So, see y'all.